भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Happy Shayana Ekadasi. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टाप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरिवं तत्सत्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं जगदारिणम्। परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य दास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से को जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, गोपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम canto. Before that, Shayana Ekadasi. This 4 months of period of Chaturmasya, starting from either you can do from Ekadasi to Ekadasi. Shayana Ekadasi starts from, and it comes in July, and then last one is Uttana Ekadasi. Lord wakes up, Lord Mahavishnu is going in Yoga Nidra, so where we should engage in enthusiastically engaging in chanting, hearing, book distribution, sankirtan, engage in service, reading, hearing, worshipping Tulsi Marani, whatever special services one can do, reading 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter Srimad Bhagavatam, reading from Prahlad Charita, Dhruva Charita, Gajendra Moksha. So, like that, many of these topics can be studied scrutinizingly to increase our love for the Supreme Lord and is the representatives. That first we will start with Belamangal Thakur's Govinda Damodara Stuti, beautiful Stuti, where it is describing Belamangal Thakur, such a great devotee. He has fell down from Bhava Bhakti somehow or the other accidentally, but he has come back again and come to the pure devotion service and is showing the path one should consistently practice. Bhakti stirataraat vai bhagavan syat. Daivena palate divya kishore murti. One should worship the most munificent, most merciful, lovable, compassionate Lord. Divya kishore murti Shri Radha Syam Sundan Vrindavan Krishna Brajendra Nanda Krishna Syam Sundar Krishna. Divya kishore murti. Mukti muklitanjala sevate asman dharmartha kama moksha samaya pratiksha. So one will get dharma, artha, kama, moksha naturally. You don't need to hanker separately for it by simply taking up the fixed up devotion service every day. How can you do that? Is one is the first important is the chanting of the holy name by also individually in the association of devotees and also going out along with the devotees performing Sankirtan. As you can see in this first 5 verses, we'll chant out of 72 as written in this prayer, calling out to Govinda, Damodara, Madhavi. The last line always goes by that. So he's calling out in these 5 verses. You can see that whether you are one is in distress, very great problem has come somehow or the other. In this case, Draupadi has come to that problem. Pandavas are in great trouble. So they are taking shelter of the Lord. Or the gopis or Yasodama is doing the churning the butter. She is singing always. So it's a hard work. It's not easy. So imagine now it's a very hot summer and churning the butter, waking up early in the morning, churning the butter, all those things, grinding things. So all these things, sweat a lot, but she's happily singing, taking the shelter of the Lord, and she's completely forgetting the hard work. She's in bliss. Or the gopis are going and selling yogurt, milk. They are taking the milk from the cow and then and selling it, making the yogurt and selling the products. And but they are forgetting their walking in the hot sun and selling these things. But they are thinking always in terms of the Lord. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So like that, it's been here 5 verses are explained in terms of the Draupadi Pandavas. The gopis mood of engaging in even the day-to-day daily activities, but in relation with the Lord, they are thinking everything in relation. And then by naturally by doing that, all the contamination is removed, and one is in very happy, blissful state of consciousness. So one will be always gaining more and more love for the Lord. What more can I do? I think Anandambudva, it increases 100 folds. अग्रे कुरुनामतपाण्डवानां दुःशासनेनाहृतवत्स्रकेशा कृष्णा तदा क्रोशधनन्यनाथा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति Govinda Damodara Madhavete. Before the assembled Kurus and Pandavas, when Dusyasana caught her hair and clothing, Krishna, a apostrophe, Draupadi. So, having no other Lord, cried out Govinda Damodara Madhava. Sri Krishna Vishnu Madhukaitabhare Bhaktanukampin Bhagavan Murare Trayasamam Kesavalokanadha Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Here, Madhu and Kaitap, Lord Brahma's, Vedas were stolen from him. So, or from the wax. They are also born from the wax of the ear wax of the Lord. So, and these demons were doing so many things. But they were, when Brahma was in trouble, then he prayed to the Lord. Lord's Shakti, energy, came out and killed by simply desire of the Lord. Lord doesn't even need to do. So that is what explained here. O Lord Krishna, Vishnu, enemy of the Madhu and kite of demons, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, enemy of Mura, merciful upon the devotees, O Kesava, killer of the Kesi demon, or one who has beautiful hair, one who is control of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Ka, Isha, and Va. Lord of the world, Govinda, Damodara, please deliver me. Now the gopis, you see how it is going. As the Pandavas case now, this is Lord Brahma and others praying how Madhu and Kaitav during that case, how Lord has delivered, solved the situation, so remove that problem. Same way, and so you also deliver from my troublesome situation. Now the gopis are singing. विक्रेतु कामा किलगोपकन्या Murari-pada-arpita-chitta-vritti. The constant thing, chitta means mind, chitta means consciousness, chitta means impressions in our heart, in our mind, in our intelligence. Murari-pada-arpita-chitta-vritti. Dadyadikam moha-vasad avochat. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Though desiring to sell milk, dahi, butter, etc., the mind of the young gopis was so absorbed in the lotus feet of Krishna that instead of calling out milk for sale, she bewilderedly said, Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. We might be selling our business, we might be selling our IT products, we might be selling whatever types of things we may do. But if you do it for the Lord, then naturally that can enhance our love and pleasure in doing any activity. It may be laborious activity, it can be easy activity, whatever it may be. Ullokale samvrta tandulam cha sangatdayanto mushalai pramugdha गायन्ति गोप्यो जनितानुरागा गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति. Their grinding mortars full of grains. So my elderly gopis, all the gopis, they're all because that is every day. What else can you find in the villages? Not this grinding we have all ready-made mortars and machines. Everything is with hand. Prabhupada said many times. Yeah, so you can buy so many machines, but then what is the use and how will you engage people? What your hands and legs and all these are given for you to engage. Then the actual taste you can develop. You can bring the taste out in the sabji, in the curry, in the sweet you make. If you make with everything with hand nicely, you milk the cow with hand, everything supposed to. That is the real law. If it is so much huge work and you have only one or two people, then nothing much you can do. You may have to use machines. But practical application is there. But as much as possible, if you can, so cutting the vegetable, all these things, as much as possible, you do with the hand. Where it is needed, you can use it. Machines, we are not against the machines that you can see in relation with the Lord. You use the microphone, tape recorder, whatever, dictaphone. Prabhupada used all those in the service of the Lord, no problem. But if it is possible to use our hands, legs, so whatever we can, our body, we should utilize it. That's what they are doing here. They are grinding mortar full of grains. The gopis' minds are overcome as they thresh with their pestles, singing Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. So that also means because we are protected by the Bhakti Kripa, or Bhakti Kripa, because all the weeds or so many unwanted things, so many obstacles. As soon as you start doing business or start doing different projects, there will be obstacles. There will be people, other people will want to do, or they will use up your money. They will so many things you have to consider when you do business or in IT also. So you have to become little smart. Otherwise, somebody else can take your credit. You do the work, you bring the idea, you bring everything, then somebody else will take the credit. Yes. So the this is grain. Grain means always have a shell. You see the rice paddy, wheat paddy, it has a shell on top of it. As soon as you remove the shell, then if you keep it longer period, the bugs will come, insects will come, the rice will spoil, the wheat will spoil. But if you keep it in the shell, that shell acts like a protection. So that shell is the chanting. That shell is the association of devotees, especially more importantly. Because in the association of devotees, your bhakti can be protected, your bhakti creeper can be protected, bhakti can be enhanced. So dadati pratigruhnati grihyam akyati prititi bunjate bhojete chaiva sadvida priti lakshanam. और उत्साह निश्चया धैर्य तत्कर्म प्रवर्तना संगत्यागो स्वतोवृत्ति सद्भिर भक्ति प्रसिद्धति. You will develop love more and more and more towards the Lord, Lord's representatives, Mahajanas. Or your bhakti will be enhanced and increased. You will be protected. You will become more enthusiastic, more patient, more tolerant with all the material situation also. Whether it's office or at home, within the family or within the community, nation, you will be tolerant. Otherwise, you will be fighting. A small agitation comes, you will go and declare a war and whatnot. One will do. No patience. So no tolerance. Not looking for options. So this is the problem in any situation. Easily one, Prabhupada calls it, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that one sense, even one sense agitation comes, you are finished. If you are not fully self-controlled, Even one sense is enough. Verse number 61 in chapter 2. So, yes, Indriya, so what is it? Indriyanam hi charatam anu vidiyate. As soon as one sense goes out to attract you to certain thing, then you're finished. You'll be just like, Ajamila saw the man and woman hugging each other on the public, finished. So, because he was not fully controlled, he didn't fully practice under the care of guidance of advanced devotee and southern spiritual master. So naturally, he couldn't control himself. So he went and married that girl. He left his own wife. All these things he has done. He couldn't realize. He didn't realize immediately. After 10 kids produced, after he was old, 90 years or 85 years after, then he realized. When that also Yamadutas has come to take him away, and his death has come. Then he remembered that time also not directly. First he remembered his son Narayana. Luckily, by the mercy of what his devotion that he performed, he could name his son. That also nothing is accident by chance in this world. Because of his past karma, he could name, even though he was in the polluted consciousness, still Lord has given some intelligence because of his past activities. And then at the end also he could call his son Narayana, he was attached. So that Prabhupada explains that Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe. Krishna Sambandhe, politics. Krishna Sambandhe, IT work. Krishna Sambandhe, housewife. Krishna Sambandhe, you can do anything, no problem. You will not be attached or attracted to worldly things. You will be always in bliss. You will be always see in relation with the Lord. You will not be attached to results. As soon as Krishna Sambandha is gone, then everything is a problem. See, all the same thing Ajamal did. Narayana, come here, eat with me. Narayana, come here, drink with me. Narayana, come here, sit on my lap. Narayana, do this. Narayana, do that. He's constantly calling his son Narayana, Narayana. Whole day he became the last son, 10th son, small child. Everything was so attracted and captivated, and he's becoming old. What grandmother, grandfather will do? They attract to the grandkids. That's why they want to talk to them more than you. They will, if you observe, parents want to talk to your kids, not so much you. When they talk to them, the tears will flow from their eyes, and they become so happy by talking to them. There's a natural affection they have, the grandkids. Prabhupada always said, more than my mercy, my spiritual master Bhakta Siddhanta Thakur will give 100,000 more, even more mercy to you, more than me, because you are grand. Grandfather is more compassionate. He will give the pocket money. He will buy the chocolates. He will buy various things and offer it you, put it in your mouth lovingly. So this is the natural attraction, loving relationship is there. So that's why this patience, utsaha, nishya, dhairya, tat karma pravartanat. When it will come, if you follow the injunctions of the Shastra, Sadhu Samge. Sattarkam Pravartana Sangatyago Sato Vritte. Sato Vritte means following the footsteps of the Acharya, spiritual master, advanced devotee. If you follow that, patience will come. If you follow that, you will become enthusiastic. If you follow that, then you will become confident. You will have no doubt on, no, you will not lose faith on Krishna. What will happen to me in this situation? So you will not be worried at all. Automatically will come, provided Sato Vritte. Sadhvirokti prasiddhiti. Your bhakti will keep enhanced. It will increase and increase. It will not go down. But if you do the other one, over endeavoring, overeating, over collecting, without in relation with the Lord, not following the Shastra, not following the Guru and Krishna's direction, then bhakti, whatever you are creating, then it is getting this. That means you are sitting in the yajna, then you are pouring the ghee, fire is going on, and somebody is pouring water on it. How long can it go? It will not, fire will not be there. So that's what will happen. So because you understand bhakti and you balance. You'll not over and over in anything when it is taking away your energy. So your energy has been taken, withdrawn. You'll not have enough energy to wake up, enough energy to chant, enough energy to hear, enough energy to serve. Some work, whatever that work is, it could be business, it could be IT work, it could be anything. Whatever project, whatever idea, community project, whatever you may come up with. But if it's going to extract your energy, suck your energy out completely, then you will have no energy to do any devotion, any Bhagavad Dharma. Then what is the purpose? Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha is not there. Something else is there. Then it automatically it's a problem. So that's what we have to understand here. the Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, clearly, even all these, they are doing some lots of hard work, hard laborious work, or their one is in distress, but they are taking the shelter of the Lord and doing it, so that's why they could come out victoriously. They were able to become very peaceful and happy and blissful. So that is the point. Ekadasi, Prabhupada told, fasting will help actually. No other business, all other business you put on the side. You simply more and more chant the holy name. You distribute the books, you do the Sankirtan, especially chant. However, you chant and hear individually, collectively, come together in the temple or outside, you go and do the Sankirtan. This is the most important thing on Ekadasi day. Shayana Ekadasi is even more important. These 4 months of period in Gaur Leela, if you observe carefully, all the devotees came together. What did they do? Sankirtan, day in, day out. Inside the house of Srivas Thakur, Sankirtan in the night time. Daytime, Sankirtan at Jagannath Puri, in front of the Lord, in front of the Kashi Mishra's Bhavan. So wherever they are, all together. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing in ecstasy with Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit Srivas. All others are there, King Pratap Rudra, everybody was there. So many devotees, so many associates of Lord Mukteshwar Pandit, Govind Ghosh. Somebody is expert in singing, somebody is expert in dancing, all in ecstasy. And all those who are not even new to Krishna consciousness, they're all joining and they are getting this mercy. So that's what Sankirtan will happen, because how will you become enthusiastic? Is because you are giving the energy. Just like business. You do the business, you already have some business with the 100 clients. You are doing it already. But if you want to increase it, then you have to go and establish a new business relationship. Then you can, from that it will generate. It may take time, but it will generate more business, more relationships, more, so then more opportunities to increase the business. Same thing here. You already have some bhakti credits, but when you go out, distribute prasadam or to your neighbors or books, or just simply chant the holy name outside in the public, along with other devotees, and then you are giving it to others. Then, just like you are meeting with other business, your business is increasing. Same way, you are getting medicinal credits. It's more credits. Krishna is pleased when we give it out to others, especially on Ekadasi, especially in these 4 months of period. That's what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing to the whole world. Take these 4 months, even more importantly, increase your chanting, increase your distribution of your wealth, whatever you have, in whatever shape or form. Give it to others, even to your neighbors. One person, every day at least think to give somebody something, as a prasadam or a book, or say, Hare Krishna, or tell them to chant, tell them to come to temple, whatever, simple things, nothing complicated. Anybody can do that. Child can do, adult can do, Mataji can do, Prabhu, anybody can do these things. By this, naturally, you enhance. You do 1%, 100% it increases. During the 4 months, everything enhances. Especially on Ekadasi day, it's even more. The credits increases. So that is the main purpose of the Ekadasi. Prabhupada writes it. I will show you the proof evidence. So we always go by Prabhupada books, Prabhupada lectures, and then we go by the Prabhupada memories. Then we go by the Prabhupada letters. I will show you the Prabhupada letter as written to Jadu Rani. Prabhupada arranged marriages. Sapsarup Das Goswami Maharaj arranged marriage to Jadu Rani Mataji, Mukunda Das Goswami to, what's her name? I forget. And then Dayananda Prabhu with Nandarani. Then Shyam Prabhu with Malati Mataji. So like this, or what is it, Yamuna Mataji with, or what is the name? I'm forgetting the names. So Prabhupada arranged like these marriages, so many, not one or two, almost at least 10, 20, 30, 40. Purijana Prabhu and Jagatarini Mataji. Mataji is from Australia, movie star. She came to surrender to Prabhupada, and she told, my devotee is there, my disciple is there in Hong Kong. Go and meet and marry. No question, accepted. This is surrender. Without even looking, she is the actress, but she could understand that this is a pure devotee of the Lord. Nothing better than this you can get. This is the perfect, because Lord's arrangement, Guru's arrangement is a perfect arrangement. No, nothing can beat it. And even now they are together in Vrindavan. They are having blissful time. So that is what pure devotee, anything in relation, in connection with pure devotee one does, everything becomes enthusiastic, and you'll always be in bliss, and you will pass away from this world also in bliss. You will go back home, back to God. So that's what Sayana Ekadasi does. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5. This is just a prelude. And this is what Sayana Ekadasi means. You have to be in bliss. We just entered into the bliss. Now we are going to enter more further. Canto 5, chapter 14. Canto 5 is called Creative Impetus, and chapter 14, because as soon as anything you create, it brings its own proclivities. This activity brings a seed of desire. You will become attached to it. It could be business, it could be IT, it could be house, it could be anything. So naturally, you want more. I want more steel items. I want more, this grinder. Housewives. What else they want? Can you buy this? Can you buy that? New thing has come. This one, that one. Replace this. Replace the fridge. Replace the kitchen. Replace this. This is naturally anywhere you start. Everywhere it has its things. It will increase, expand into the. But if it is connected with the Lord, so that is it's called bija niraharanam. Bija means seed. Seed of desire. Creative desire has its negative effects. But if it is in connection with the Lord, Lord Brahma is also creating. Then what will happen? Niraharanam. That means you will not have material desire, but rather you will have a spiritual desire. Then everything will be wonderful. But if it is not in connection with the Lord, then it becomes your energy will be sucked out. You will not have energy. You will always be feeling lost in this world. You will be always feeling unhappy. You will be in anxiety. Sada, what is the first instruction? Prahlad is telling to Hiranyakashipu, his father, Sandarnamarka, his teachers, is telling his schoolmen. Sada samudvignadiyam asadgraham. Hitvatmapadam grahamanda kupam. So he's telling so Hiranyakasipu. O demoniac father, Vasudavaryadaya. Sada samudvignadiyam asadgraham. Hitvatmapadam grahamanda kupam. Vanangotovam harimashrayat. You should take shelter of the Lord because this world is filled with anxiety. Sada samudvignadiyam. Nothing much you can do. You should connect with the Lord, then you will not have any more anxiety anymore. That is the first instruction is given. What is the solution then? Further, at the end, he tells repeatedly. Seventh canto, famous verses. The Paribhasa Sutra of Srimad Bhagavatam is one verse. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. All incarnates are coming from him. That is Paribhasa. To establish that, you have to give example. How will you get it? How will you understand it? How will you attain it? The answer is here in the seventh canto. In many places it is there, but the main point is here. Seventh canto, fifth chapter, 23 to 24. 9 process of divine, Nava Vida Bhakti, Navadip Dham, 9 islands, Gaur Leela is representing so many things. Srita Mayapur. So there also Navavida Bhakti, Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Marchanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pumsarpit Vishnu. Twice it is called Vishnu. Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. It doesn't call any demigod. Vishnu, clear. Iti and whom you should offer when you chant, when you hear the results. Oh my Lord, because of your causeless mercy, your representative mercy, your sadhu's mercy, I was able to wake up, I was able to chant, I was able to hear, I was able to do service. You have to offer to him back. Iti pumsarpita Vishnu. How? It should be directly. First you submit, and at the end you offer again. Every day. Iti pumsarpita Vishnu. Prabhupada did that. I'll give an example. Is that devotee? I'm forgetting the name of the devotee. So he's a nice painter. Prabhupada understood. I heard you are very good in painting. Okay, can you paint Radha and Krishna's picture? Can you paint? I want you to draw nice architecture diagram. I will give you some basic, just like an IT also, a project manager will tell or a boss will tell. I will give you the Radha Damodar picture, Radha Damodar temple's architecture. You take this model and then you create a nice diagram. He is an Australian devotee. Prabhupada wanted in Australia. He wants to, I think, this for Melbourne temple. So he's from Melbourne. So Prabhupada has given. So develop it because you are good, very good in architecture and all this painting. So develop it. Then he created. He created a wonderful architecture. Then nice temple was built. And later on also he has beautifully created a nice painting with Radha and Krishna. Peacocks were dancing. Prabhupada, oh, who created this? I created that. Prabhupada said, okay, go and put in my room. Every day when I wake up, I want to see the first this picture. As soon as I wake up, and when I was about to sleep, I want to look at this picture. So just keep it next to my bed where I can see it every day. When I wake up, when I sleep. So this is the process. When we wake up, first thing we have to see the Lord, and we have to offer some prayers. When we sleep, we should offer. This is the way you can control your lust, anger, greed. Otherwise, you have no strength. People can say, come up with their own 4 ways to control your sex. There's 6 ways, 10 ways, 100 ways. You have to go by what Shastra is telling, what Prabhupada is telling directly. Third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the last verse. When lust, anger, greed, how to conquer, is clearly given. Evam buddhe param buddha samstabhya atmanam atma jai satru mahavaho kama rupa durasasam. Intelligence has to be sharpened. How will you sharpen your intelligence? By chanting the holy name, by hearing the transcendental message of the Lord through bona fide acharya, spiritual master, and sadhu, and advanced devotee. This is the process you control, lust, anger, greed. Directly, Lord Krishna is speaking. So, from third chapter, you will see. And further, you will see in other places also about how to control by simply following the instruction of spiritual master and following his direction, means whatever he is instructing, taking risk for him, doing some special services, going and distributing books, or going in public sankirtan, or he says, so build this architecture, just like this devotee has done. Whatever our talent is, whatever, Guru may tell 100 things, maybe in that, maybe we are good in certain things, or we are inspired to do certain things out of that. Do that and let Guru know. This is what our Gurus represent to know. This is what I want to know. Get the blessings and go on doing it. This way, then you will automatically, where you will find the verse reference, you find in the 7th canto, I think 15th chapter, Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Narada Muni is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj, and Prahlad is telling that. No, after the Prahlad, yeah, Narada to Yudhishthira conversation, I think instruction for civilized human beings. In that chapter, you'll find 29th or 27th. Last time we read different reasons, different solutions are given. These are all okay solution, not great solution. At the end is yes. Etam sarvam guru bhaktya. Sarvam anjasa jayet. Everything you can conquer. Lust, anger, guilt, whatever problems you have. Everything finished. Just by simply satisfying, pleasing the Guru. That's all you need to do. This is what Parabhakti means. Everything you will attain. Without a doubt. Guaranteed. Throughout Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is guaranteeing to serve Krishna and follow his representative. That's why it's beginning with transcendental knowledge. That verse is there, 4.34. So the surrendering to spiritual. Then only is going on speaking action in Krishna on the 5th chapter onwards. Without that surrender, you can't conquer lust, anger, greed. Then in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, so 56, 55 to 72, if you read carefully, you will see that you take shelter of Lord Narsingadev and you take shelter of Kurmadev. That example is given 60 or 61st verse. Just like the tortoise control its senses, it withdraws as soon as some danger, some animal or somebody is coming to catch me, to take me. So immediately because the shell is so strong, it's very, very strong. Nothing can hurt him. The tortoise shell. Still, people I used to see in my childhood, people used to eat them, catch them and eat them. Imagine what else can you do? It's difficult because knowledge is not there. So like that tortoise there, the example is how to control the senses. Agitation may come by taking shelter of nothing there. You look at the 5th canto, I think 8th chapter, verse number 12, where the famous verse is there of Narsingadev. It's very clearly mentioned. Lord Narsingadev, if you take shelter of him, he will take with his nails, he will pluck out all your lust, anger, greed, all your unwanted things, desires, whatever, so many things going on again and again, you are pushed into engage in sinful activities. All those things, he will take it out. But you have to take his shelter. You have to pray sincerely. Sincerely, desiringly, I don't want to do it. Can you give me the strength? Please give me strength. If you do repeatedly before you sleep, before you take, you chant one round, you read Krishna book, you read, then these desire will automatically, naturally it will happen. You try artificially, it will never happen. You try again and again, will fail. But if you follow these examples, exactly what Prahlad is giving, Narada Muni is giving, Lord Krishna is giving in Bhagavad, then you can conquer it. In the same verse, all solutions are given in this 55 to 72. Say 60, 61, 62, 63, you will see that there Prabhupada is writing. Even one chance agitated, the verse which I quoted earlier, and mano anuvidiyate. Indriyanam hi charatam. Senses are always roaming. Where is the pleasure? Where is the pleasure? Always roaming. But even one sense gets acid, finished. So what is the solution, Prabhupada? All the senses should be engaged in the service of the Lord. Otherwise, when one sense pulls us out with great energy, then finish. You will be completely fall for that. So that's all the senses should be engaged in the bhakti for the Guru, for Krishna. You do it, then lust, anger, greed will not, no more. It cannot agitate that devotee. Whereas that's why we fully engage. That's why we try to minimize the material activities, increase. If at all, if we have to go somewhere, we have to go to vacation, go somewhere. At least that day we wake up and chant. So to control, so that even though we may go, we may whatever we may do, at least we are conscious of Krishna and doing things. Otherwise, implication will be there. Yeah, more miseries, more suffering, more anxiety, more frustration, more will have no taste for chanting, no taste for hearing. Natural taste will be destroyed. Bhakti vinasyati. Yeah. Because atyahar, prayasa, prajalpa, nima, janasanga, lolin, sadbir, bhakti vinasyati. Yes, this over endeavoring, over eating, over collecting, all these are over endeavors. But if you put in Krishna, that spend your energy time in the morning, then at least you will be protected from this unwanted anxiety and whatever comes from this interaction with this world, worldly things. You will be protected. Otherwise, this lust, anger, greed cannot go away. Even though you practice bhakti, even you chant, you hear, but it has to be exactly like what is being described here. You have to engage. That's why we do service also. Chanting has to be done, hearing has to be done. You have to do physical service every day, regularly. Prabhupada himself did his own service. He wanted all the do. That's why he has created this platform. From morning Mangalarti to evening, all the way from 9 to 9, from all the way from 3 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. activities are designed in such a way that in International Society for Krishna, so that all the engagement is there for various senses. And Prabhupada also did that. He was translating, he was giving class, he was going for morning walk, he's still even chanting, he was discussing with the devotees, he was taking darshan of the Lord, he's talking to the Lord. Are you happy? Are you getting everything? And any problems are there? The Lord used to tell him that what is not going on right. So because he's doing with love, so that's what Lord will reveal. If you do it also, Lord will do the same thing with us also. It's not rocket science. So anybody, your wife, your husband, your children, your grandfather, they will reveal it when. When will they reveal? When you are really love them, when you understand them, when you really sincere and serious, you talk to them, and then they will reveal everything. What's going on? Same thing here also. Lord also, when you are interested in Him, what gives pleasure, else can I do? How can I do? So then Lord also will take the interest. Oh, this is what I want to do. Can you do this? Is this you are not doing right? Can you fix it? So all those Lord and Guru will reveal and instruct us directly or through a devotee, through a class, through a book. When you read, all these things will, inspiration will come, revelation will come every day. But you have to have that love, desire to love. That by prayers, every day you have to offer prayers. So this etat sarvam guru bhaktya tat anjasajayate. Everything will be conquered. Last anger, greed. So again and again, repeatedly, these solutions are given, sharpening the intelligence and then fully engaging in all the senses. So hands, legs has to be used, your mind has to be used in chanting, intelligence has to be hearing and reading. So like that, everything. So these five senses, the ears, the eyes, the tongue also, you're chanting and then you're tasting Krishna Prasadam. At least you chant, don't take onion, garlic things, don't take which is not offerable to Krishna. At least you chant Sri Vishnu. Even if you are eating outside, fine. You are eating ice cream or something, fine. You chant Sri Vishnu and then you take it, no problem. But think, I add Krishna to your life in everything what you do, not against Shastra. But as much as align yourself and do it, then your energy will be protected. You will not be drawn out. You will not be lost in this world. Otherwise, you will be lost. Uh, Every now and then you will feel lost. What am I doing? Why am I doing? What's going on in my life? Why am I not happy? These things will keep popping up when we are not aligned ourselves with Prabhupada's instruction, Prahlad Maharaj's instruction. So that's why this creative desire will do these things. Automatically it brings lust, anger, greed. That's what material world does. That's why this verse is telling, this 5:14:14, we are going to read. It is bija niraharanam, your seed of fruitive desire. I am the one, I am the doer. I am attached to results. I am chanting these. I am hearing. I am doing so much service. Then so many people may say so many things. We may become attached to results. Or I am giving class. So many students are attending. All these, so many attachment will have. But everything, who has arranged it? Who has given you the knowledge? Who has given you the strength? That's only Guru. Guru is giving. Through Krishna, Guru is giving, Sadhu is giving. So everything depends on. So you have to offer everything back to them only. And then you can sustain your energy and you can keep doing it more enthusiastically. Minute you become attached to that result, then you will do one day, next day you can do it. And that will be the problem. So that's why he's telling Bija Nirharanam. This desire to be attached to the result, name, fame, prestige, everything will be destroyed if you repeatedly submit before. Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhakti Chet Navalakshana, Bhagavati Adda, Tanmanya Idam. You have to offer directly. That means first you submit before you start anything. Day starts first submission. And then when you do at the end, again you submit back. Anything. You buy anything, you open a new business, you buy a car, you buy a home, you buy an apartment, whatever, you enter into a new apartment, whatever you do, first you submit to the Lord, you talk to the Lord, then at the end again you submit to the Lord. If you keep on doing it, whatever you do every day, and you will be always happy, you will always be blissful, and lust, anger, greed, nothing can check us. Because we are protected by the Lord, because we directly, every time we are connecting with the Lord. Lord, can I do this? Can you give me the approval? Can you give me permission? Can you protect me? And the Lord also will do that because He's asking me in everything. So He wants me, looks like, in His life. So He wants me to serve. He wants to serve me. So I should also protect Him. I should enhance His bhakti. I should give Him whatever He needs. Let me protect Him. He'll always be looking after us. If you want it, if desiringly we want to do it, then definitely Lord will do. So whatever in the background previously we might have done all kinds of sinful activity, whatever we might have done, that doesn't matter now anymore because now we are want Lord's help. So that's why He will also help us. That is the primary instruction here. So many examples are there. Proper letters, proper memories, so many things. Proper how this devotees are. Whether you look at Vrindavan temple, you look at any temple, so many examples. You'll get from proper letters, proper lecture, proper memories, how to conquer lust, anger, greed, how to burn this seed of desire, name, fame, prestige, or attachment results, not having enthusiasm, not having patience, all the everything you will get from Prabhupada's walks of life. And so anything he did is clearly giving this instruction for us. Let us read now the verse with that context. Yadatu para bada ya anda atmane, anda means blind, as Prahlad is telling. So nate vidu swarthagazim durasaya bahirartham andha yatante rupaniyamana te peace urudam vibhat. You are bound by the shackle because you are following those who are ignorant. If you follow the Guru Sadhu who are aligned with Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, their instruction, then you will not become blind, you will not follow those who are blind to self-realization. Then you will be always be happy. Yada tu para badaya anda atmane na upanamati tadahi pitru putra barhismata pitru putran va sa kalu Bhakshayati. Translation by Divine says Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. In this material world, when the conditioned soul cannot arrange for his own maintenance, despite exploiting others, he tries to exploit his own father or son, taking away that relative's possessions, although they may be very insignificant. If he cannot acquire things from his father, son, or other relatives, he is prepared to give them all kinds of trouble. Repeat, in this material world, when the conditioned soul cannot arrange for his own maintenance, despite exploiting others, he tries to exploit his own father or son, taking away that relative's possessions, although they may be very insignificant. If he cannot acquire things from his father, son, or other relatives, he is prepared to give them all kinds of trouble. This we see that every day we see that. Sometimes within the family, within the relatives, sometimes outside. Regularly this happens. With their own family members only. With their own father also. That's why don't be attached, don't be attracted. If they give, okay, as per is it's your share, still don't be attached. Ultimately, everything depends on Krishna. If he wants, you will get it. If it doesn't happen, also don't be angry, don't be fighting with your father's brother. Leave it. So everything is not in our control. So don't be. Otherwise, this is what the implication is. Here it is clearly told. That means you are going after them. So either you don't have enough money, or you're comparing with others. You have enough money to maintain also, but still, no, I want more money because my father has this property, this one, that one. My mother has jewelry, whatnot. So many things you may have. Then we're after that. Forget about all that. If it comes, it will come. You don't need to become attached to it. Don't be, your brothers wanted this one, that one. This fighting will go on. That's what. Not interested in actually serving the father, serving the parents. But more people are in this Kali Yuga, people are attracted to attach to these things. When the father or mother, they don't give, they don't sell the property, they don't distribute it before, early on, when they need it, because I can invest in stocks, I can invest in another property, I can increase it. You are holding it, you are old, and you are not giving to us. This will be the claim. I have seen it, I am seeing it regularly. Yes, this is the exact verse. This is what Kali Yuga is going on this basis, which is completely, it's not good at all. So they may have it, but it's you do it. You do the hard work, you gain yourself money. Why you have to depend on your father property? It will come. They will give when they want. When they are pleased, they will give it. Why you have to depend on extract it from them? You have given hands and legs and strength and intelligence. You have been given your wife and children. Everything was given. Why you can depend on yourself? Okay, you really need help. Okay, you patiently ask them, lovingly ask them. So, my father, I need help. I need now more money. Can you help me? So then that is one thing. That is good thing. But no, but most of the times, no, you become angry and upset and you scold them, and you do so many things, and I want to sell it now. I want it now. Otherwise, nothing to do with you, no more relation with you. I will not talk to you. And this goes on in this world. And that's what this verse is clearly telling. And when many years ago this was even spoken, but in Kali Yuga, what happens is already been described. Yes, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is with the creative desire only, not in connection with the Lord. Then this mentality will come. So forgetting the relation, what they have done there from childhood, from the womb, they are helping all the way to grow up. But we have forgotten them. We have forgotten their love and what they have done, and now we are going against them. So this is not a good science. This is not a good proposal. About Mr. Prabhupada. Once we actually saw a distressed man, Prabhupada is giving his own example, steal ornament from his daughter. What a precarious position. His own daughter. Ornament from his daughter just to maintain himself. As the English proverb goes, necessity knows no law. Yes, sometimes more than necessity, it becomes a want, not a need, more than a want. When a conditioned soul needs something, he forgets his relation with his relatives and exploits his own father or son. We also receive information from Srimad Bhagavatam that in this age of Kali, the time is quickly approaching when a relative will kill another relative for a small farthing. Yes, we are seeing on day-to-day basis news. Without Krishna consciousness, people will deteriorate further and further into a hellish condition wherein they will perform abominable acts. Yes, all this, acting against your own father and mother and like this. Yes, it is abominable. It is completely against Shastra. But they may be, many times, they may be perform bhakti also. They lose their intelligence and they will act like this impudently. Because Krishna will not be happy. On top of it, you are performing bhakti and you do that, then he will never be happy. What are you learning and what are you doing practically? And completely opposite you are doing. So you can do that. So that's it. You may go and visit temples, holy dham, you get lots of mercy, lots of credit, and on practically you are doing these things. This is not a good sign. Because that's why the achar prachar has to match up. What you are learning and you don't put in practice and behave accordingly, it has no use. You have not understood the basis of law of Krishna consciousness. Now we look at the solution also. This is the famous verse which I was quoting. This is another verse. The previous verse and this verse is giving the Bija Nirharana. Many places, other places also, you see this. Tatra upaya sahasranam mayam bhagavato yad isware bhagavati yata e ranjasarati. Famous verse. Of the different process recommended for disentanglement from material life, add, lust, anger, everything. One personally explained and accepted by Supreme Personality of Godhead should be considered all perfect. That process is the performance of duties, any duty, with your parents, with your family, or with your boss in IT, or with your business partner, whatever it may be. All those performed by which love for the Supreme Lord develops. You add the Lord. And then he gives, that's why he's telling this. See that how it has to be done. Is it, you see any guru in this case? In this verse, when you read it? It doesn't say. But what you see in the purport? You can't understand the verses without understanding through Acharya. You'll not, neither in translation do you see it. Anywhere guru, representative of the Lord, you'll not see it. But look at the purport, what Prabhupada is writing. So, unless unto the great soul we have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master, all the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. One must accept the pure devotee, the representative of God, as one's guru, then offer him all respects. One would offer the supreme personality of God. This is the secret of success. Hundreds of places you will find this exact verse quoting, and Prabhupada explaining that. You do everything for Krishna's pleasure, but we won't know. Only we can know through Prabhupada, through Acharya, through Guru we will know whether Lord is pleased, how to serve, what service can I take out, how to do chanting, what should I do on Ekadasi, what should I do in Chaturmas, everything they have to reveal it to us. Otherwise, we will have no idea. We will think that I will perform same great austerity every day. I will only take one meal. But this is not the main instruction of Chaturmas. No, neither on Ekadasi. More is on positive things. What can I do to chant, hear, do some service, help Guru in whatever things he has. So those things, those are the main. This austerity for yourself, you can do on the side. No, not a big thing. And so, but people misunderstand these things and concentrate on where it's not supposed to. Concentration has to be in the right place. And that's why we have to, Prabhupada has to quote this verse again and again and again and again. Still, people will mislead themselves. That means not understanding. That's why you need, you yourself can read Prabhupada's book, you yourself can hear. But many times you can't understand how to adjust, how to balance your life. Yes, our life. This is the problem. So that's why you have to hear from those who are aligned with Sadhu Sangha. That's the next verse. Sanghena Sadhu Bhaktanam. Next verse is coming up immediately after this so that we understand it. How to get to the secret of success. For one who adopts his method, the perfect process is revealed. In these words, the words Yata, Air, Anjasa, Rati indicates that by offering service and surrendering to a spiritual master, one is elevated to devotion service. And by performing devotion service, one gradually becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of God. By attachment to the Lord, attachment to the Lord, one can understand the Lord. In other words, one can understand what Lord's position is, what our position is, what our relationship. All these can understand very easily by simple method of Bhakti Yoga. As soon as one is situated on the platform of Bhakti Yoga, the root cause of one's suffering, material bond is destroyed. So now the famous verse here. Guru Shushrusha Bhaktiya. The Shushrusha means intimately. You lovingly, you are caringly, you are doing it. You just want to satisfy Guru because he has done in his whole life is only meant for Guru and Krishna. He sacrificed how much sacrifice? Whole life. Krishna Balaram temple with so much endeavor. And at the end, when it was opening time, Prabhupada was not well, actually. Because this is very close to the end of his pastimes. He was not well. But Prabhupada said, no, that day, they went and Sankirtan, Prabhupada was walking in. Prabhupada, you should sit on palanquin. No, I want to walk. Prabhupada walked all the way. So, and then dignitary invited his friend, somebody was friend, governor of Andhra Pradesh. He invited him personally, he wanted him to come, and he came. And he gave his nice seat. So, because that is the general etiquette of Shastra also. Give him garland, he should sit on the right. Prabhupada is allowed to sit more higher position than him. But Shastra gives him, Prabhupada also follows these things. And the first Arati he did, amazing. Tears are flowing down from so many people, so many devotees, even outside people, because how much endeavor Prabhupada had done. The Prabhupada said, if you have any anxiety, you have any problem, you go to Gaurnitai, you go to Krishna Balaram, no difference between any of both of them. You go to them and you present what is your problem, and they will solve you. They will remove your anxiety. They will remove your distress. Present to them. That's why they have come here. That's why I established Krishna and Balram in the center of Krishna Balram temple. Nowhere you will find. And these deities are very special deities of Vrindavan especially. That's why if you go to Vrindavan, first thing you have to go is take shelter of Sri Prabhupada, take the darshan of lordships, and then you go to the seventh temple, Sadasiv, Gopeswar Mahadev, then you go to seventh temple, then you do anything else. But first thing you have to do is here first. You have to take shelter of an Acharya. That is the taking shelter of Holy Name. Then your life is successful. Then your yatra is actually successful. First thing that you have to do. Anywhere, if you go to Mayapur, first you have to go to Sri Prabhupada, you take darshan of the deities, and if Guru is there, you take his darshan. If he is busy, at least you go there and you tell them you have come, and then you do your thing. Then you do anything else. But first business is that only first. Guru and Krishna. Without Guru and Krishna, you go to holy place also, that is also not successful yatra. It cannot be called successful yatra. Yes, this we have to remember it. We have to realize it. Many times we do these mistakes. Even though we perform bhakti, but we don't know exactly what is to be done when we do. Guru Sushma, this is what Sushrushaya means. That is what it implicit understanding is. Guru Sushrushaya Bhaktya Sarva Labdha Arpanayana. Especially when you are initiated, everything belongs to them. They don't need it. Lord doesn't need it. Guru doesn't need any far thing from us. Nothing. Even service also nothing. But it is their causeless mercy that they are giving the opportunity for us to serve them. Yes. Otherwise, Prabhupada can do many things, everything. But Prabhupada also told the same thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Guru has left for me to rest of the world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have done the whole world. He did only in India preaching. Rest of the world he left for me. My Guru also has left for me. He always considered like that. It is their causeless mercy. It is not that I am great, I can do. No. Their causeless mercy, they are giving the strength, they are giving the opportunity to serve me. So that is what Sushrushaya means. Guru serve, everything belongs to the Guru now. After initiation, everything belongs to Guru. You try to offer as much as yourself. Your heart, your money, your family, whatever you can do. They don't need it, but it is for your credit you do it. That is what here the verse you clearly see the lines. It's black and white. It clearly tells. Guru Sushrusaya Bhaktya with great love and care, with great faith. Sarva Labdha Arpana, everything. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sanatana, everything belongs. Why? How come you give up your life entering into Rath Yatra? No, you can't do that. You have given your body, everything to me at the time of initiation. What are you doing? Then he said, yes. Sorry. Yeah. Prabhupada also tells sorry, you'll see in the letters he is writing to Jadurani Mataji. Sorry, you have sent me letters, but because of all this chaos going on, letters, everything got clogged up. I'm sorry, I couldn't respond to you earlier. Prabhupada writing, does Guru need to say sorry? No, he doesn't need to. But he's showing, Prabhupada is gentleman, perfect gentleman. He's showing how to deal, how to act as Lord Ramachandra has shown. So loving relationship. So always Lord and Guru and Sadhu always shows by their actions. So Guru Soshroshaya Bhaktya Sarva Labdha Arpanayana cha Sangena Sadhu Bhaktana. Because first two lines, when can you do? When can you do Sushroshaya Bhaktya? When can you offer? When can you understand with your heart? Only if you are in Sangena Sadhu Bhaktana. Those who understood these things and following day in, day out, they are sacrificing their life for Guru and Krishna, then in that association, then you can do the first two things. If you are not in that third line association, then you can do first or second. You won't know how to do Susrushya Bhaktya. We won't know. Neither we can offer. You think, no, it is my money. I have worked very hard. This time I should spend with other things. So I don't need to give. I have already planned so many things. So why should I do it for Guru? These things will come. But if you are in the Sangyana, then even though we might have planned, now we'll change that plan right away and turn it around to Guru. That is what Susrushaya Bhakta means. We might have done so many things, but as soon as we see it, so something has to be done, changed, a plan has to be changed, we shift right away because it is meant to please Guru. So that's when we will be doing it. Otherwise, we won't know. No, no, I have planned this and let me do that only. We will not change. We will not be ready to change the plan. Yes, that's why we need the energy and strength from Sangyana Sadhu Bhaktanam. Then Iswara Aradhana Nisa. The last two lines, then the first two lines will happen. Both are hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. Yes, it cannot be independent. That's why Guru and Krishna together, always. Krishna is not alone, Guru is not alone. It is always together. Shraddhaya then is with what, how you will do. Shraddhaya tat katayam, so what else can you do? Kirtanaya guna karmanam, tat padamburha dhyana, tat linga ikshana arhanadivi. Very important, famous verse. One must accept one of the spiritual master and render service unto him with great devotion and faith. Whatever one has in one's possession should be offered to the spiritual master. Prabhupada didn't need, Guru doesn't need. It's only, it is your own love, care. Your grandfather doesn't need anything, your parent doesn't need anything. Most of the they don't ask. So it is up to you. If you have love, you want to do something, it is up to you to give a gift or talk to them regularly, meet them. So all this is what they need. So offering our heart first, then anything else we can offer. And they will be very happy. Prabhupada will be happy, very happy. Their mother, their parent, they are giving Prabhupada gifts to their sons also sometimes. And the sons are going to Prabhupada used to say, uh, so no, this your mother has stitched this nice shawl for you. I cannot take it. I cannot accept it. Then he started crying. Prabhupada, I wanted you to take it because it's nice, very, it is perfect for you. So this is my offering to you. I know my mother did it, but I want you to use it. So he started crying. Then Prabhupada understood his love. Then Prabhupada accepted it. This is what Prabhupada doesn't need it. Doesn't need your gift. But if he sees that his love is genuine, is caringly, he wants to offer it, then Prabhupada will accept. So maybe it may not be proper, it may not be proper. Because sometimes because they don't know how to do it also, how what kind of cloth they may accept, they may not accept, what will fit for them. But if it is done with love, still Prabhupada accepts. Sometimes somebody has given a blanket or something. Prabhupada used it to sit under, devotees can sit under. Prabhupada accepted, even though it is not proper actually, that gift. But Prabhupada accepted because when he saw the love, that's what it means here. And in the association of saintly person, devotees, one should worship the Lord, hear the glories of the Lord with faith, glorify the transcendental qualities, activities of the Lord, always meditate on the Lord's lotus feet, and worship the deity of the Lord strictly according to the injunctions of the Shastra and Guru. As Prabhupada told after installing Krishna Balaram temple, how to do, what to do. And then he also told, Gunarno Prabhu, can you do the Goshala? Can you do the Goshala? Because without cows, how will the Lord will be served nicely? With cow, they were getting only buffalo's milk, or that to water down buffalo milk. Even devotees and the Lord. Then Prabhupada saw it. No, this is not right. And then immediately instructed. Then, but he didn't have any money. What can they do? Those times devotees are very, very surrendered to Prabhupada. So then what he did is, what can I do? Prabhupada gave instruction, but I don't know how to do begin with. How can I build Gosala? I neither have money, neither I know how to do it. Then he thought about it. Then somehow the Lord Guru has given much. Then he has some Seiko watch. Then he sold that watch. He got 800 rupees. With that money, then he went and met one devotee from Govardhan. So then that devotee told, yeah, you come here on this day, the cow they sell, that they give it out. So you come here, then you take, then with that 800 rupees, whatever he got, somehow he got two cows, and then he brought them here and that's how Gosala started in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram. And at the same time, Prabhupada also instructed, now he started Gurukul also. So Gosala and Gurukul both started as well. See Prabhupada, how, because he has a full vision. Everywhere in Dallas is like that. In many temples, Prabhupada has full vision. Mayapur is complete, full plan. Whole city, where, what goes where, everything, how to do it, to the extent that you might have never heard of it. Prabhupada discussed to Bhagavad Prabhu. He discussed Mayapur, I will declare independent from the whole world. It itself is a country. And there I will pen one Chaitanya, two Chaitanya. Like you have 1 rupee, 2 rupee, like that. Prabhupada is all these things he has shared, he has discussed, he has shared in letters, sometimes he directly shared with devotees. You can understand that what how will Guru will know, Acharya will know the Lord's desire, how to do, what to do, when to do. He will share with confidentially sometimes with his own devotees who are in love for him. So this you can understand. Prabhupada's master plan. So they are trying to do as per Prabhupada's plan how to build the city. TOP is going to open next year, but that's why you have to read Prabhupada's letter. That's why you have to hear Prabhupada's memories. You have to read Prabhupada scrutinizingly and in the association of devotees. Otherwise, we won't know anything. We may practice bhakti, but we won't know exactly what is to done, how it is to be done, whether it's pleasing to the Lord. We can't become enthusiastic or patient or tolerant or confident in what we do because we are missing the main key elements of bhakti. And that is what this verse is telling clearly how the key elements has to be there. In the previous verse, it has been said that the process which immediately increase one's love and affection for the is the best of many thousands of ways to become free from entanglement. It is also said, Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam, that is Mahajanas. Actually, the truth of realism is extremely confidential. Yes. Nonetheless, it can be understood very easily if actually adopt the principles of religion. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. We are following the Mahajanas, Lord Rama, Lord Shiva, Prahlad, Bali Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami, and then we have to follow. And then he's giving the instruction. How can you do Sushrusaya? First, you take shelter of the Lord through aspiring. Then the second step is shelter. Third step is initiation. Because so that you understand that relationship, you hear, you gain more faith, you surrender more, you want to see him, you want to feed him, you want to garland him. All these things will start popping up in our heart. If you don't do it, you suddenly have want initiation. No, it's not a immediate step. First, you have to do this process so that you build that connection, you build that relationship, just like as a parent or wife, children, all these things. It's not all of a sudden you can't do anything. First time when you meet, it takes time. So that's why this 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, this period is there to make that strong connection, strong bondage. So that's a Guru Padashraya. That is the first step doesn't mean initiation. It is step is to aspiring shelter is first step. Then Krishna Dikshadi Sikshanam, they will instruct. Guru will instruct. Vishrambhayan Guru or Seva, then you do intimate service very deeply. This is in Gola Vrindavan, it is called Vishramba. Vishramba Sakya, Vishramba Vatsalya, Vishramba Madhur, very intimate relationship, very, very close. Sadhu Vartaman Vartani follow because Guru will instruct, but you should do it in the Sadhu's association. You should be aligned with sadhu, then you can be aligned with guru. Otherwise, we will not know whether we are aligned with guru or not, whether doing right thing or not, whether he is pleased or not, we won't know. Sadhu Vartaman Vartanam, Saddharma Prucha, Bhogadi Tyaga, that means what to give up, what to accept at any time, every day. And that also you have to be in sadhu, Sangyana Sadhu Bhaktana. If that is not there, we won't know what to accept, what to reject, what to buy, what not to buy. We won't know. What is the need, what is the want. We won't know how to balance it. Saddharma Pucha and the Bhogadi Tyaga Krishna se hetave. Only for Krishna you will do everything, daily basis. That is our first duty is to accept born of then he will explain. This is what Rupa Goswami, this is an extra devotion key. Why Prabhupada put it? Because Sushrusha Bhakti, you cannot do it without following these steps. So that's why we follow those steps very clearly. So here, letter to Jadurani Mataji, Prabhupada has written, what you have to do on a Shaina Ekadasi day, on any Ekadasi, you read this. Why just 25 rounds? You should chant as many as possible. Real Ekadasi means fasting and chanting and no other business. When one observes fasting, the chanting becomes easier. So on Ekadasi, other business can be suspended as far as possible, unless there is some urgent business. Yes, Prabhupada has urgent business, which is distributing books, distributing, chanting for others. So, like that, yes, that is urgent business. We do it for others. Yes, if that is there, yeah, we do that. But if that opportunity is not there, we simply sit at home and chant, dance, give offering to the Lord and Guru. So that is our business. So that is one has to do this letter to Aniruddha in the Jadura and Mata. You see the top how Prabhupada is writing. So I'm due receipt of your letter dated 19th June 1971 attached to the letter was just now forwarded to me here in LA. So this late reply. Somewhere he also he has written, I'm sorry that I think may not be this letter and some other letter maybe. Prabhupada writing clearly. He's answering all the questions to Jadurani Mataji. So I think, yeah, here, Prabhupada writing, you see. I beg to thank you very much for them for the whatever she has sent. After the postal strike is over, there are so many letters congested. Therefore, I am sorry that I am late to reply your letter. Yes, but I have carefully seen the contents of three letters, and I understand that you are moving near Hollywood vicinity, and some of the devotees who are going to your place to join Sankirtan. I am sure this will be great, successful attempt. Sipra was very pleased to hear these things. This is our business to inform, so Guru, and inspire, so to get inspired by the blessings. Yes, everything is always connect with Guru. Then we can understand these things. That's what we can understand throughout Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. All the solutions are given. So Bija Nirharanam also I couldn't show, but it is there. So Hare Krishna. Earlier we were discussing how to burn the fruitive desire, the creative desire, as we are reading from fifth canto, Creative Impetus, chapter 14, verse number 14 today. How to burn that fruitive desire, and we referred to by conquering by the sharpening with intelligence, sharpening the intelligence. In third chapter, last time we read. Now we have to give the examples also how to conquer the lust, anger, greed, mada, moha, matsara, kama, krodha, lobha, six. Basically, karma is the biggest trouble. It's the fruitive desire. Everything can be conquered. Many things we have said, solutions from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Now we'll give the examples. Two examples, stunning examples from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 1, Ajamil's pastime. I have given, but I didn't give the exact quotations and verses. And the second stunning example, Pururava, great king, great devotee, he was attracted to Urusi. The another example. And then solutions, we refer to Lord Narsinghdev prayer, and we also mentioned Kurmadev taking shelter as Bhagavad Gita verse I quoted from 60 or 61st, Kurmo Angani Yuva, how to control the withdraw the senses or sense objects. We'll give the exact verses so that you can utilize and daily practice and offer these prayers. First, I'll refer to the Narsinghdev prayers, Canto 5, Chapter 18, prayers offered by the Lord to the Lord by the residents of Jambu Dvipa. 5:18:8. That is the first verse. Use it in daily practice. Offer this prayer. Learn this prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Namaste Avirbhava Vajranak Vajradamstra Karma Sayam Randaya Tamo Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Bhuyishta Om Ksham. Translation is amazing. I offer my respectful obeisance to Lord Narsingadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possess nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires or fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So you can clearly see that fruitive desire. This is what karma nirharo, aj bija nirharana. Both are same thing. 5:18:8. Remember that. Now next, Kurma Dev's prayers from 12th canto, last canto, Glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 13, 12th canto. So Age of Literation, canto title, chapter title 13, Glories of Srimad, verse number 2, famous verse. Translation we'll look at and then we'll read the verse first. Prushte Brahmayat अमन्दमन्दरगिरि ग्रावाग्र खण्डूयनाम् निद्रालो कम कमताकृतेर्भगवता स्वसा अनिला पान्तु वा यत्संस्कार कला अनुवर्तनवसाद्वेला निभेना अम्बसाम् यातयातम् अतन्द्रितम् जलनिधेर्नाद्यापि विश्रामयति. Amazing translation. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as Lord Kurma, a tortoise, his back was scratched by the sharp-edged stones lying on massive, whirling Mount Mandara, and this scratching made the Lord sleepy. May you all be protected by the winds caused by the Lord's breathing in this sleepy condition. Ever since that time, even up to the present day, the ocean tides have imitated the Lord's inhalation, exhalation, by piously coming in and going out. Purport Prabhupada. At times, we elevate an itching sensation, famous purport, remember that, very important purport. At times, we elevate an itching sensation by blowing upon it. Similarly, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur explained the breathing of Supreme Personality of Godhead can elevate the itching sensation within the minds. That means all the six enemies, lust, anger, greed, of mental speculator as well as the itching of material senses of conditioned souls engaged in sense gratification. Thus, by meditating on the windy breath of Lord Kurma, the tortoise incarnation, all categories of conditioned souls can be relieved of the deficiencies of the material existence and come to be the liberated spiritual platform. One must simply allow the pastimes of Lord Kurma to blow within one's heart like a favorable breeze, then one will surely find spiritual peace. So please note this down. 12th canto, 13th chapter, verse number 2. Part of your daily practice. Put this into practice. So remember Lord Dev, Lord Kurma. These are important. Now we'll refer the verse which we quoted. We told that how one can conquer everything, all the six enemies and everything, and come to the perfection. 7th canto, chapter 15, verse number 25. रजस्तमश्च सत्त्वेन सत्त्वं च उपशमेन च एतत् सर्वं गुरो भक्त्या पुरुषो हि अंजसा जेत्. One must conquer the mode of passion and ignorance by developing the mode of goodness. Then one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Suddha Sattva. All this can be automatically done if one engages in the service of the spiritual master with faith and devotion. In this way, one can conquer the influence of the modes of nature. That means everything, pretty much. Purport by Prabhupada. Just by treating the root cause of ailment, one can conquer all bodily pains. And similarly, one is devoted and faithful to spiritual master, he can conquer the influence Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun very easily. Yogis, Jnanis practice many ways to conquer the senses, but the Bhakta immediately attains the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead through the mercy of spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasya aprasada na gati kutopi. If the spiritual master is favorably inclined, one naturally receives the mercy of Supreme Lord, and by the mercy of Supreme Lord, one immediately becomes transcendental, conquering all the influence of three modes lust, anger, greed, everything within the material world. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Saguna samatitetam brahma bhuya kalpate. So we can write directly get the verse here 7:15:25. Before that is also given how to conquer the lust. Asankalpa jayet kamam 22 verse. Krodam kama vivarjana Arda anardha ikshaya lobham bayam tatva amarshanath. By making plans with determination, one should give up lusty desires for sense gratification. Similarly, by giving up envy, one should conquer anger. By discussing the disadvantage of accumulating wealth, one should give up greed. And by disclosing the truth, one should give up fear. Purport by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Prabhupada quoting. Vishwanath Chakravarti has suggested that how one can conquer lusty desires. One cannot give up thinking a woman, but thinking in this way it's natural. Even while walking on the street, one will say so many women. However, if one is determined not to live with woman, even while seeing a woman, he will not become lusty. If one is determined not to have, he can automatically conquer lusty desires. The example given in this regard is that even if one is hungry, if one particular day is determined to observe fasting, he can naturally conquer the disturbances of hunger and thirst. One is determined not to be envious of anyone. He can naturally conquer anger. Similarly, one can give up desire to accumulate wealth simply by considering how difficult it is to protect the money. Position. If one keeps a large amount of cash with him, he is always anxious about keeping it properly. Thus, if one discovers disadvantage of accumulating wealth, he can naturally give up business without difficulty. So many things are beginning. And then another famous place which Prabhupada explains before I come to the example that in the 11th canto, um, 11, 20, 10th canto, sorry, 33, Rasa dance, 39th verse, Prabhupada explains that one who hears the the beautiful pastimes of the Lord, especially the gopis, in relation to gopis' highest pastimes, by one can conquer lusty desires. Vikridatam brajavadubhir idam cha Vishnu shraddhanvito anusrunuyat repeatedly. Ata varnayedya bhaktim param bhagavati Pritilabhya kamam hridrogam asu apahinoti acharena dhira. Translation by Prabhupada. Anyone who faithfully hears or describes the Lord's playful affairs with young gopis of Vrindavana will attain the Lord's pure devotions. Thus he will quickly become sober and conquer lust, disease of the heart. The extraordinary purport by Prabhupada. Extraordinary power of Lord Krishna's conjugal pastimes is clearly revealed here. Qualitatively, Lord's spiritual loving pastimes are dramatic opposite of materialistic affairs, so much so that simply by hearing about Lord's pastimes, devotee conquers sex desire by reading this mundane literature. Or hearing about the material romance, we certainly do not conquer this sex desire, but rather increase our lust. But hearing or reading about the Lord's conjugal affairs has exactly opposite effect because they are of the opposite nature. Being purely is mercy spiritual. Therefore, it is by the causeless mercy of Lord Krishna that he exhibits his Rasa Leela within the world. If we become attached to this narration, we will experience the bliss of spiritual love, because thus reject the perverted reflection of that love which is lost in this material world. As Bhagavad Gita 2.59, Param Drashtva Nivartate, higher taste than natural as lower taste for all other things. And Prabhupada writes even to Sankarsana in 1968. So far, your difficulty for controlling this urge or sex desire. The advice is that in this connection is that the more you become Krishna conscious, that urge can be checked. So that is by hearing and chanting and engaging in the service of the Lord and serving the spiritual master very faithfully, lovingly, caringly. Now we'll go to the right to the example by hearing the pastimes. The sixth canto, chapter 1, Ajamil's pastime. So directly is being told that this karma nirhana, where bija nirhana. Sri Badarayani Vacha, 11th verse. Karmana karma nirharo nahi atyantika ishyate avidvad adhikaritvat prayachittam vimarsanam. To karma, gnana, yoga, you can't burn this fruit of desire. So here it's exactly avidvad adhikaritvat. By atonement of any karma, gnana, yoga, austerity, penance, you can't kill this, burn this desire, the fruitive activity, lust, anger, greed, all these things. And how one can do that? So then immediately the solution. This is Najamal's pastime, first chapter, sixth canto. There is only a rare person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotion service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful actions with no possibility that they will revive. He can do this simply by discharging devotion service, just as the sun can immediately dissipate fog by its rays. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva paranagam dhunvanti karsneya neharam meva bhaskara. So very prominent, famous verse. This is Ajamal's pastime. It has been described. So this is the foremost solution. And then immediately the following that is been given. How do you do that? By serving the pure devotees. Kejit Kevalaya about the pure devotee. How will you do it unless you serve pure devotees? Na tata hi agavan rajan puyet tava adivi yata krishnarpita pranatat purusha nishevaya. By serving the purians. These are famous verse. My dear king, if a simple person engages in service of bona fide devotee of the Lord, thus learns how to dedicate his life unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. One cannot be purified merely by undergoing austerity, penance, brahmacharya, other methods of atonement I have previously described. So that means that Purusha Nishavayam is a spiritual master. Without serving a bona fide spiritual master, a ideal Vaishnava who can be delivered from creatures of Maya. It's not possible. So that's why again and again this has been repeated throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Mahatmanastu Mahaparda, 9.13, around Srimad Bhagavatam 552, Mahat Sevan Dwar Mahur Vimukte, Ar Narottam Dasra Chadiya Vaishnava Sevan Nistara Paichakeva. Repeatedly, this has been described. Krishnarpita Prana means devotee who has dedicated his life and soul for the Lord. Narayan Parayana, Vasudeva Parayana, and then Sukadeva Goswami is concluding with this verse that Krishnarpita Prana, because he is the Supreme Lord, all incarnate coming from him. So this is the best example you can find of Ajamil, because he was attracted by that same desire. So how he was able to conquer by that. That's why this example is perfect example. Now we'll look at the next example is from the 11th canto, so that we understand this particular verse. 11th canto, we should look at the verse number uh, 20, 26, but before that we should see um, what is it? Pururva has to say that the problem is because Krishna is giving the right answer, the perfect answer, because he's the master. He knows the intelligence has to be purified. That's the exact problem with the fruitive desire. Any lust, anger, greed, all mother, moha, matsarya, everything, all these desires. What he tells exactly what Lord Krishna's solution is giving is exactly tell that is the problem. Why he was engaged, he couldn't give up the attachment to Urosi. He's telling the problem. verse number 16, 11, 26, 16. Famous verse. This section is famous. Who is speaking? Lord Krishna is speaking to Uddhava about this Pururava story. How to perfect one's life, attaining Krishna Prema. Ayila Gita. Out of 10 Gitas in the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, more than 10. So this is the Ayila Gita, one also very important because Lord Krishna himself is speaking this. Because I allowed my intelligence to become dull, and because I failed to control my senses, the great confusion of mind, my mind did not go away. Even though Urvashi herself gave me wise counsel with well-spoken words. So intelligence become dull. So that's why every day intelligence has to be sharpened by transcendental knowledge, hearing, hearing from the sadhus. So that is the exact problem. Now the solution is given. Now Lord Krishna is speaking the solution. So the Narada Muni is talking in the heavenly planet, and Lord Krishna is speaking this, relating that. Verse number 26 onward, 26 to 30 verses are very famous verses. Especially 26 is a famous verse. ततो दुस्संगम उत्सृज्य स्तु सज्जेत बुद्धिमान संत एवास्य चिन्नन्ति मनोव्यासंगम मुक्तभिः. An intelligent person should therefore reject all bad association and instead take up the association of saintly devotees whose words cut off the excessive attachment of one's mind. And what is their characters? How do you know? They are my devotee fix their minds on me and do not depend upon anything material. They are always peaceful, endowed with equal vision, free from possessiveness, false ego, duality, and greed. This is the quality of a devotee. What else they do? Greatly fortunate, although in the association of such saintly devotees, there is a constant discussion of me. And those partaking in this chanting and hearing of my glories are certainly purified of all sins, everything. Six anarthas, everything. And that's in the purport you see. Even if one does not receive direct instruction from a pure devotee, because many times we may question, oh, I never received any instruction from a guru, spiritual master. But here it says, simply by hearing him glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can be purified of all sinful reactions caused by one's involvement in the guru. That means even though we might not have received any instruction from guru, but you simply hear from him regularly, and anybody else, all sadhus aligned with the Guru and Acharyas, Prabhupada, Parampara, then one can get the same benefit. But spiritual master gets the highest benefit because Lord's represented, direct represented. Verse number 29, also very important verse. ताये शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति हि अनुमोदन्ति च आदृता मत्परा श्रद्धानाच्च भक्तिं विन्दन्ति ते मयि. Whoever hears, chant, respectfully takes to the heart these topics about me, becomes faithfully dedicated to me, and thus achieves my devotion service. Because how to hear from the Lord and spiritual master, Sri Prabhupada, and the sadhus who are aligned with them is very important purport. One who hears from advanced devotees of Lord Krishna can be saved from the ocean of material existence. Make this verse, note this verse, and make it into your practice of prayers every day. When one obeys the order of a bona fide spiritual master, the polluted workings of mind are checked. One sees things in a new spiritual light, and there blossoms the propensity for selfless, loving service to the Lord, which gives the fruit of love of Godhead. So we can clearly see that. So that's it. One has to hear Srimanti, Gayanti, hear, chant, and Anumodanti means one has to take it to the heart, and Adrata with great respect, and Matpara means completely dedicated to the Lord and Sri Prabhupada and Guru, represented Shraddha with very much faith. Then automatically Bhakti Vindati, one will achieve fruit of Krishna Prema. Law of Godhead. So that is one described. This is part of the Ayala Gita 11:26, 26 to 29, famous verses. Please note down this. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.